Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 4 of the Los Angeles Clippers MyNBA series here on NBA 2K24. Today we'll get our first look at the Clippers as on the road as they travel to Madison Square Garden to face the New York Knicks. Thank you guys so much for the early support of this series. I hope you guys have enjoyed the content, and if you have, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Clippers basketball. Here are the starting lineups. Same for the Clippers. The Knicks, they'll be starting Jalen Brunson, Emmanuel Quickley, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, and at center position, Mitchell Robinson. As tip-off is underway, here we go. The Knicks win the tip. They are in the whites, while the Clippers will be wearing their blues for this game, as Julius Randle's going to get right by Batum in an early foul trouble 8 seconds into the game. Randle goes to the line as Nicholas Batum just let him blow right by him. Randle averaging over 28 points per game this season and almost 10 rebounds, so almost a double-double for Julius Randle, who did miss his first free throw. He's really coming to his own since coming over to New York, and he misses the second one as well, so we're still scoreless despite the foul. Here's the first possession for the Clippers as Westbrook will pull up, has to give up the basketball, gives it to Leonard, who will give it right back to Russ. As here's Batum at the top of the key. He's got 10 seconds left on the shot clock, and Batum's trying to drive by his man. Just gives it to Kawhi in the corner. 3 seconds left to go. Kawhi's going to drive, and he makes the layup. So the first points of the game will come via Kawhi Leonard, who's averaging 30 of those per game this season. 53 from the field, 54% from three-pointer. Leonard has been absolutely on fire from beyond the arc. Brunson on the wing, gives it up to Quickley at the top. Back to Randle, and he drives right into Batum and gets it to go. It looks like the Knicks are going to try to get Julius Randle going early. Nicholas Batum has been a little bit underwhelming this season, to say the least. Clippers' next possession, Westbrook left side here to Leonard. He's got one-man arm. He's going to get a screen from Zubac, and Leonard tries to drive inside and gets swatted. Mitchell Robinson with the block, as this will push it back the other way as Emmanuel Quickley stops at the top of the key. He's going to drive right, pull up from three, and it's in and out. Rebounded by Paul George, who will look to go the other way. As George with a spin move now stops, gives it to Westbrook, who will fire from three, and Westbrook is off the mark. Rebounded by Randle, who's immediately just going to push the pace himself. Hands it off too quickly. He's into a double team here and actually gets a foul. It looks like a reach will be called against Kawhi Leonard. And that'll stop the clock. Clippers have got off to a 2-3 start, looking to play a little bit better, as they just haven't been the best defensively, I would say, to start the season, including like this. Robinson wide open underneath for an alley-oop. Zubac just slow to get, well, back. And it leads to the Knicks with an easy 2 points. They take a 4-2 lead. But I feel like the Clippers just haven't played the best defensive basketball this season. They feel like they've just been moving kind of slow on that side of the court. And if you remember, one of our big things about this team is they're kind of old. Everybody's over 30, it seems like, because there's a big three ball from Kawhi Leonard. Matter of fact, 4 out of the 5 starters today, minus Zubac, are all over the age of 30. So it's very much a veteran squad, if you want to use that word. Here's Quickley on the right side, being guarded by Paul George. He had 10 points in the win Friday against Milwaukee on 4 of 12 shooting, and, well, that's going to help his field goal percentage in this game. A nice shot there gets the Knicks back on top 6-5. Russell Westbrook will now bring it up for LA. Gives it over left side to Kawhi Leonard, and here comes Ivica Zubac trying to set a screen for the Claw. Leonard can't get by his man, goes inside, just gives it off to Batum. He's going to fire a three from the right side, and it misses. And rebounded again by Julius Randle, who will push the pace the other way. Gives it off to Jalen Brunson, one of the stars of this team. Back to Randle. That's going to be the two-man connection for the Knicks, and it results in 3 points. Julius Randle now with a quick 5 to begin this ball game, and the Knicks are up by 4. Westbrook on the other end. He's just going to take it himself, drives by his man, gets an easy 2. It's Westbrook's game that we love to see come back. Just that quick on ball, just able to just pivot and accelerate at the drop of a dime. I'd love to see that return more into the offense. As Brunson now trying to do the same thing on Westbrook, but instead Russell plays very good defense there. Doesn't allow Brunson to get the easy basket. Leonard on the other end. Going to be guarded, just going to pull it back. Try to set something up, gets the screen. Drives inside, gives it up to Westbrook, who loses it. It looks like he might have been going for an alley-oop there, but hard to tell. Quickley on the other end will actually get called for a charge. He bumps into Batum. The refs say he was a little bit out of control there, and, well, That'll be a turnover for New York. Here at the legendary Madison Square Garden, the Knicks, obviously a franchise of disappointments for the past few decades, but I would say this is a time to be a little bit hopeful if you're a Knicks fan. I know it's very odd to say as well. Steps out of bounds does Kawhi Leonard. A turnover right back for the Clippers, but Knicks have a lot of good young pieces in play. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, R.J. Barrett. There's a lot of good pieces here with the New York Knicks. I think if you are a fan of the Knicks, I know it's hard to get your hopes up, but it's a time to be excited as Westbrook wide open for three, hits on the left side. And again, the Clippers have the lead. Nice assist there by Kawhi Leonard. Talked a lot about Westbrook in the early portion of the season, how he finished last season so strong after a miserable stint with the Lakers. I hope he keeps that same momentum as the ball poked away from George on the backside. Nice defense there by PG-13, who's going to try to go the other end of the floor, and he does. Muscles his way past his defender with an easy 2. And the Clippers will extend their lead now up 12-9. Jalen Brunson now on the other end of the possession. Gets a screen from Randle. Another one of those screen and fade plays. He misses, but Robinson with the rebound and puts it right back with 2 hands. That's what Mitchell Robinson is so dominant of. He's a very good player underneath the basket. Don't ask him to step outside the paint. But whether on offense and defense, Mitchell Robinson is really good at protecting the rim and scoring at the rim, as there's another 2 points from Russell Westbrook. 7 points for Westbrook here in the early going on 3 of 4 shooting. He's leading the way for LA. Screen there by Randle again, looking for that 2-man game. Pick and pop doesn't work. They give it up too quickly instead. He's going to throw it across court to Brunson down low in heavy traffic. He misses, but Robinson gets the rebound, dishes it out to Barrett for 3. He misses again, but again Robinson with the rebound. Again for Barrett for 3, misses, but this time Leonard gets it. And that's what Mitchell Robinson brings to the table. The Knicks did not get points off of that, but they had 3 chances on that possession, thanks to the rebound ability. Leonard inside, gives it up to Batum. Doesn't see what he likes, has 6 seconds. George is going to fire from mid-range. He's going to miss. Rebounded by R.J. Barrett. He gives it up to Julius Randle. Gives it now to Barrett again, guarded by Kawhi. Brunson now over to Randle, still guarded by Batum. Going to try to drive by him again, gets fouled, and Clippers up by 3. We'll actually go a little bit later into this ball game. They're actually trailing now down by 4, so it's up to the second unit to try to get them back in. Kawhi Leonard is still on the floor, though, so it's not the entire second team, as Leonard's still going to try to lead the way, get the Clippers back into this ball game. He's got the ball in the paint, trying to drive, step back, 1-footer, and he misses. Julius Randle with the rebound. Pushing up to Josh Hart, as the Clippers have kind of gone cold here in the past couple of moments. Isaiah Hartenstein now checks into the game. He gives it up to Randle down low. Has a mismatch on Terrence Mann. Mann doing all he can. That rhymed. Gives it up to Hart. Over to Randle. Fadeaway 3 off the mark. Rebounded by Terrence Mann. And he gives it right back up. DiVincenzo with the interception. Slams it home for 2. The former Golden State Warrior heads up defense. I think Terrence Mann just got a little bit lackadaisical there. Tried to give it to Kawhi. Didn't see the defender in the passing lane. And, well, it's another 2 points for the Knicks. 24-18 is your score as Kenyon Martin tries to get inside. He is rejected. And now Quentin Grimes corrals it. Pushes it the other way. DiVincenzo now has Leonard on him. And the former Villanova Wildcat will give it up to Randle, who has some space for 3, and he hits. Terrence Mann playing a little too soft. Julius Randle can hit from beyond the arc, and he does it just there. The Knicks now up to a 9-point lead, as the second half of this quarter has been all New York. Kenyon Martin for 3. Fires, misses, off the mark again. And again, the Clippers just can't buy a basket. Julius Randle is really starting to heat up in this ball game. Now draws the assignment of Kawhi Leonard. And Leonard will foul him as Randle got him up in the air. He'll go to the line, but we'll go to the end of the quarter where the Knicks add 5 more points. And they now have a 14 lead going into the second quarter, where it's now ballooned up to a 17-point lead. Final 2 minutes of the first half, as the Clippers offense has not been able to keep pace with the Knicks offense. And that just kind of goes back to this weakness we've seen from the Clippers, as their defensive ability has really been lackluster this season. Batum for 3 cannot hit. Quickly will get the rebound. He will quickly, yes, pun intended, push the ball at the 4. The Knicks with an 11 rebound advantage in this game. They've just been dominating the glass. Too many offensive rebounds, and well, also too many looks like that. A quick 2-pointer there will push the Knicks lead up to 19 now, as we're closing in on the final minutes of the first half. Leonard has the ball left side. Starters are back in for LA. As Westbrook top of the key now, we'll get a screen from Zubac, and he'll try to lob it up for the big man, and this time the alley-oop does connect. Ivica Zubac with a two-handed throwdown, and he'll get 2 more. We need to see more of that. So I'd love to see Westbrook and Zubac get involved on the pick-and-roll game and not so much rely just on Leonard and George. That's a big boy move by Randall. Batum has been no match for Julius Randle, who has 21 points here in the first half, 70% from the field, 6 rebounds. Clippers, big men, Zubac and Batum have had no answer on the defensive ability, but Westbrook's going to throw it down with one hand of his own. The AT&T slam cam as Westbrook throws one down. And it's now a 59-42 game, as Russell Westbrook has had a very good first half of this one. But can we get a stop on defense? Randall sets the screen quickly. Still has Westbrook on misses. That's a nice defensive possession there by Russell. Batum gets the rebound and give it right back to Westbrook. And the former NBA MVP now looking to take his man ISO. Gives it up, though, to Norman Powell. Back to Westbrook, over to Batum. Swinging it around to Kawhi. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Kawhi Leonard gets the screen, doesn't do anything with it. Has to make a move here. He finds Westbrook open for 3, and no, Westbrook can't connect. 10 seconds left to go here in the first half. Randall at the 3-point line. He's got 5 seconds now, trying to drive inside, and he does connect. Just too strong. The front courts for the Clippers has not been very good this game, as Leonard will miss one, and Knicks will take a 19-point lead into the half. 61-42 is your score. We'll be back right after this. Here's your halftime report. The Knicks shooting over 50% from the field. The Clippers only 41. A lot of that's just been the big men of New York. Randall with 23 first half points. Paul George leads the way for the Clippers with 13. And that's not even including Mitchell Robinson and just the impact that he's had on the glass. So many more rebounds for the Knicks here in this game so far. But we'll see what the Clippers can do in the second half as they start with the basketball, Been playing too much Commanders, it seems. George will get the scoring here in the second half started. A 2-pointer on the inside hook. So it is 61-44. Brunson, though, drives right by Westbrook. Uses the speed. And a nice touch off the top of the glass. Jalen Brunson, who now has 14 points in this game. He hasn't been quiet, but he hasn't quite been on Julius Randle's level. So we haven't kind of noticed him a little bit. Batum finds a wide open Leonard inside. That's an easy 2. Nice eyes by Nicholas Batum to find the claw underneath. We saw Leonard in the last game we watched have a triple-double in the win against the Orlando Magic. Not quite pushing triple-double numbers this game, but he's been very impressive nonetheless. Batum, again, on the other end, will get absolutely bodied by Julius Randle. I think that's a matchup that the Clippers need to kind of look at in this game. Batum has been no match for Julius Randle. Maybe you stick Kawhi on him. We'll have to wait and see, though. Speaking of Leonard, he has the ball on the left side. Nobody on that side of the court. Now Paul George is with them, but Leonard's actually just going to drive inside and finish with the right hand. Nice 2 points there by Leonard, who had 8 in the first half, but he now has 4 in this one. 65-48. Here's Mitchell Robinson at the top of the key. Don't think he's going to pull up from 3. Does swing it over to RJ. Going to get a screen from Robinson. Westbrook fights underneath it. Gets absolutely bodied out the way. But this time Zubac is there, but nobody is behind him. As that's 2 points for the Knicks. Good hustle defense by Zubac to go for the block, but you need somebody behind him there to corral the rebound. Instead, it was too easy for Mitchell Robinson. Knicks still up by 19. Paul George at the top of the key. Screen from Batum. Creates a little bit of space. Gives it back up to Nicholas. Goes right back to George. They're going to try it again, and this time Nicholas Batum sets an illegal screen. Feet was still moving. Instead, that'll be a offensive turnover for the Clippers. Knicks now with a chance to push their lead up over 20. As RJ Barrett here with the ball. Waiting for a screen from Robinson, and the former Duke Blue Devil will pull up from the mid-range game. He misses, but he's fouled by Westbrook. Westbrook hits him on the arm on the way down. And that'll send him to the line for 2. As RJ Barrett averaging 18 points per game this season. His free throw percentage has been in the 90s, which has been nice to see improvement in that game. But he does miss one of the 2. So Clippers now trailing by 20, 68-48 here. As this one's starting to turn into a blowout. Batum's going to get the screen this time from Leonard. And Batum will actually give it up to Kawhi. I think he should have maybe pulled there. Nonetheless, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Leonard is getting a screen. He's not going to use it. Instead, he's just going to throw up some garbage, and it doesn't work. And that's another disjointed Clippers possession. And going back up the floor, here come the Knicks. R.J. Barrett's met by Westbrook. Gives it up to Randall. Handoff to Brunson. He has Leonard on him. Gives it over to Randall. This time being guarded by George. I think we're maybe seeing the switch and matchup. Is inside. Miss on the 2. Zubac with a rebound. And that's what happens when you change assignments. R.J. Barrett has not had a very good game. 3 points on 1 for 6 shooting. And there's a nice finish by Russell Westbrook, who has had himself a good game. Well up over double-digit points. And that'll be the first 2 to chop into this New York lead. Quickly at the top of the key. Now being guarded by Batum, so there is some matchup. It looks like Leonard is guarding Jalen Brunson now, and Paul George is guarding Julius Randle. And that time it works out. Leonard too strong for Jalen Brunson, who couldn't get a good shot off. And now the Clippers on the other end will have a chance to get some points back. George tries to drive inside, gets fouled, and we'll head to the line. But we'll head a little bit later into this ball game. 3:37 now left to go in the third quarter. And it's now a 79-67 ball game. The Knicks only have a 12-point lead. And this has been a pretty good run here for the Clippers, as they've been on a 19-11 run. After another miss, Westbrook on the other end trying to drive inside. Gives it up to Norman Powell at the corner. We'll reset with Russell Westbrook now. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. It's an isolation here, and the MVP is going to try to get him inside and gets fouled by Josh Hart. So good job by Westbrook to go to the line again for 2. But he misses the first one. Now time for the second free throw, and it is up and in. So 1 for 2 for Russell. And it's now a 79-68 ball game. Only 11-point difference between these two teams. Clippers do have all the momentum, as Randall now is trying to drive on Kawhi. And Leonard gives him too much space, but Randall does miss. Leonard does corral the rebound, and now the Clippers have a chance to push this one inside double digits for the first time in quite a little bit. Westbrook at the top of the key gives it up. Kenyon Martin now. He will try to drive inside. Gets stalled by his man. 5 seconds left on the clock. And Martin, too much isolation, I would say, on this possession. Doesn't get a good shot. You got to start to swing the ball around there when it doesn't work out. Josh Hart now on the other end is going to try to drive on Martin. Pulls it back a little bit. Gives it up too quickly. Russell Westbrook in defense. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock for the Knicks. Here's Randall inside, being guarded again by Leonard. Quickly now open for a long 2, but he misses. And Plumlee will get the board. He'll push it up to Leonard. He'll try a spin move there. Gets nothing. And he'll pull it back. Try to reset. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Nice screen there by Plumlee. Gives it up to Westbrook in the corner. Right back to Kawhi. Now it's Norman Powell. Screen by Kawhi. Powell inside. He's got 2 seconds. Just has to kind of throw it up. That's good defense by Randall. Doesn't allow Powell to get a good look. Knicks tightening up a little bit on their defensive game. They need to step up offensively. Randall for 3 will miss. Norman Powell will corral the rebound. And he'll push it the other way. Storm and Norman pulls it back. Going to get a screen now from Leonard, right side. And Powell throws it to Kawhi. 9 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Leonard inside to Martin. Martin can finish, and there it is. Inside 10 is now a 79-70 game. Only 9 points separate these two squads. 1:10 left to go in the third. Here's Randall being guarded by Leonard. Both players evenly matched here. As Leonard playing some good defense, but Randall gets too much inside, but he misses. He does get his own rebound, though, and is plucked away by Plumlee right into the hands of Norman Powell, and he's going to push the pace the other way. Powell doesn't see anything, though. Good transition defense. Gets a screen, though. He'll pull up from deep 3, and he misses. Not the best look there by Powell, and it stays a 9-point game. Over to Grimes quickly. Now back to Grimes. Wide open in the corner. I don't know what Martin was doing there. He allowed Quentin Grimes to get wide open in the corner. That was a misstep there. It's now 82-70 as Westbrook tries a lob. Not on the same page by Kawhi. And another turnover for the Los Angeles Clippers. 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Screen left side. Quickly trying to drive right side. Can't get by Westbrook. Good defense by the former MVP. And with 7 seconds left to go, that'll be a miss. It'll be rebounded by Westbrook, and this will probably be the last possession of the third quarter. Powell finds Leonard. He gets his man airborne, tries to go underneath them, but Leonard misses the point-blank layup at the buzzer. That means it'll be 82-70 after 3 quarters. The Clippers will trail by 12. Now they trail by about 15. 8:30 left to go in the 4th quarter. As we get a little bit deeper into this final frame, seems like the Clippers gas might be running out. Here's Terrence Mann wide open for 3. You got to hit those. You can't get a more clean look than that. Instead, he'll miss. And the Knicks will push the prey. DiVincenzo in the corner will miss on the 3 ball. Man now on the other end, being pressured, tries to get inside. He'll just give it up to George, and they'll reset. Screen by Plumlee. George drives inside and can't finish to the left, but Plumlee is there for the rebound. And a good second chance opportunity, but George can't connect on the mid-range game. Another wasted opportunity there by the Clippers. You don't have much more of these. Only 8 minutes left to go in this ball game. Quinn Grimes being guarded by Powell. Swings over to DiVincenzo. A long 2, and it rattles in. 17-point lead now here for the Knicks. And, well, they're starting to pull away again. And this one is starting to turn into a blowout. And we'll actually simulate to the end of this one. The Knicks win by a final score of 112-96. Clippers showed a little bit there in the 3rd quarter, but as you saw coming out of the 4th quarter break, the Knicks just too much for the Clippers. Just defensively, it was not there again for LA, and it allows the Knicks to win. They were led by Randall's 28 points. Brunson had 25 of his own, and where I think we lost this game was on the glass. Robinson and Hartenstein, a former Clipper, were too good underneath. They only missed 1 shot between the 2 of them, and we just couldn't get rebounds. Zubac had 11 of them, but he was not impressive. He was bad defensively. Plumlee was not any better on the defensive side of the board, but Batum has been a reliability. Our front court really let us down in this one, and I think we can kind of chalk it to them. We lose the next one 120-100 to the Nets as they dominate us, and this road trip on the east side is not doing too good. We lose the next one as well in Dallas, 123-95, so we drop 4 straight now, sitting at 2-6 on the season. But we do bounce back at home, and we beat the Memphis Grizzlies 117-104. Kawhi Leonard with 33 points leads the way for all scorers. But we do get back in the win column. Your players of the week, James Harden, yes, of the still Philadelphia 76ers. Nothing's really moved on the trade front there. He gets Eastern Conference Player of the Week, while Devin Booker of the Suns gets it in the West. Next episode, we'll face another struggling team in the Denver Nuggets. Yes, the defending champion Denver Nuggets are struggling to begin this season. They're sitting at 4-6. As these are 2 teams that a lot of teams think could contend in the West. Instead, they're both sitting underneath 500. So one of these teams desperately needs to win this game. We'll have to figure out who it is in the next one. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comment section what you think so far. What do you think of the formatting of the games? I'm trying to give you like segments like you see in real life, like on TV, and just trying to give you different portions of the game instead of these quick edits per possession. It just makes it a little easier, and I think it makes it just a little bit more fluid, the gameplay wise. But let me know in the comment section below what do you want to see maybe in the future of this series. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.